Hello everybody, Peter Beckenham, the Village Marketer. And today I want to share with you two really simple ways of using Google to create unlimited content, right? Unlimited content for your social media posts, for your Facebook, your LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, okay? These are two very simple things, and I wanted to share them with you because I'm not sure how well people are using Google. This is nothing complicated, and if you're a really good Google exponent, then you won't even need to watch this video, right? But for those who aren't, I hope you get some value out of it. So let me share my screen and get started with what I'm calling simple content creation. Enjoy. Okay, here we are, simple content creation using two very simple Google searches. First of all, however, I want to get some facts in place for you, right? Some basic important things you need to know when it comes to social media marketing, especially when you're looking at trying to create posts that attract people to you so you can then start creating some conversations and engagement with them. What do you need to know? Well, you need to know who in the heck your audience is. That's one. Who are they? And be specific about that. What is their problem? If your audience hasn't got a problem, then I can tell you, you can't create any posts. So you need to know what is their problem. And they may have more than one for sure, but you need to know what those problems are. Be specific. Also, you want to know is what they want today. It may not be solving that particular problem. There may be something else that they want today. So you need to be able to discuss with them, engage with them, and find out what they want today. And then, once you know that, how can you help them? So these are the things you need to know. Because when it comes to helping them, you need to earn the right to be able to share your solution to them. And how do you do that? By creating interesting, relevant posts on social media that solve a problem for your ideal prospect, for your ideal customer. That's how you earn the right. So what that means is you've got to match your Facebook posts to the problems of your ideal clients. Sounds simple, right? Caution. What people want and what their problem is may not be the same thing, right? For example, a problem could be that people are afraid to go out in public because of skin disease. Maybe they've got psoriasis, right? But what they want is they want to use only natural, non-toxic product solutions to solve the skin disease they've got. So their problem and what they want are not necessarily the same thing. Be careful with that. Your experiences in life add up to your wisdom. So what I want you to do is list off all the experiences you've had that you can possibly share with others. The little things and the big things, think about those. Not all your experiences, only use the experiences that relate to the problem that you can solve. And if you have not experienced that problem, then you're not in a position to share much with it. So I am assuming that whatever problem you are solving, you've experienced it yourself and you can speak about it with clarity, with emotion, with feeling, and with a whole lot of other factors, because in that way there, you will come across as a credible, authentic person. So your experiences add up to your wisdom, right? So let's look at some of the basic factors that make up an effective Facebook post. First of all, don't be preachy. Don't be teachy. Don't have a post that's just full of facts unless you want to bore people crazy, right? I mean, some people like a lot of facts, and I'm not saying you shouldn't use facts, but if you just got a post full of facts one after the other, then you're not going to attract many people at all, if anybody. Your posts are going to be easy to respond to, right? In other words, easy to understand and easy for people to say, yes, I think this, to get some sort of reaction from them. You need to encourage engagement in a safe place. And most important of all, don't tell people what you think they should be doing. That's not what it's all about. Okay, do not do that. Some more things about effective Facebook posts. Be personal and be vulnerable. Don't be the person that has been there and done there and you've never made any mistakes in your life, etc., because people will never be able to relate with you or resonate with you. So be personal, share your personal stories, be vulnerable, show that you failed. Show that you failed before and how it made you feel. Share the experiences people can relate with before you mention any possible potential solution. You must share your experiences and earn the right and build up rapport and build up the know, like, and trust factors before you even introduce whatever your potential solution is to the problem that your post was talking about. Use curiosity and never mention or try to sell your stuff in posts. Don't do that. Use Messenger, but remember this. People want emotionally compelling conversations based on your real experiences. If you can do that in Messenger, and whether it's by text messenger or whether it's by voice messenger or whether you want to do it via video, it doesn't matter, right? In fact, video is the most powerful one of all. And if you've got a thing like Video Ask, it's brilliant for that, okay? But the key point is that people want to have you sharing emotionally compelling conversations based on the problem that you are talking about, the problem that you have experienced and the problem that you have overcome. When you are doing that, they are listening to you. They want to know, how in the heck did you do that? Because that's what's really bugging them right now. A little bit more on Facebook posts. Don't target your audience. Don't do that. You might be thinking, what's that all about? Don't be too aggressive. By all means, have your ideal audience in mind. But what you need to do is to attract them, not point a gun at them. Attract the audience to them by using curiosity based on a problem that you know that they have, to bring them to you, asking for more. So you are assertively building credibility, not aggressively building credibility. I hope you can see the difference between aggressive and assertive. Assertive means you're a leader. You're an authority. You're a respected person. Aggressive means you're probably a hard-nosed salesperson. Don't do that. By all means, challenge people in your posts, but don't do it from a high and mighty position. Do it gently, or you can create some controversy if you want to, but be careful with that, all right? Be careful with that. Some particular topics do not lend themselves very well to that sort of thing. Be careful. And avoid religion and avoid politics, for goodness sake. Stick to the problems, the real problems people are having, apart from these other things. And make sure, as I said before, your post matches the problem that your ideal audience has, all right? So you're going to attract your ideal audience by talking about their problem, as I said before. I'm just hammering the point home with you to make sure you get it right. Don't waste your time creating posts that aren't addressing the problem that people have. If you're doing that, you're wasting time and you're not going to get the engagement and you're not going to make any money either. Once you've attracted the audience to you, then privately, you can talk about solving their problem with your solution. But before you do that, you need to earn the right in private, via Messenger, via a discovery call, Zoom or Skype or Facebook video or whatever you want to do. Earn the right by showing real interest in them and solving their problem. People don't want another product. They really don't, all right? Please understand that. Just because you think your product is the ant's pants, and it probably is, don't expect other people to say, wow, I want that. They don't. They want to know that somebody understands their problem and is listening to them. If you are that person and they know that you are, then they will think about what you have in terms of trying to help them. But you've got to win them over first. You've got to get them to realize and believe and perceive that you are understanding and interested in solving their problem. To do that, tell your story to show that you care and understand where they are right now. Powerful. Share the story of your experiences with the problem that they are having right now. Here's an example of a Facebook post, a text one, right? Just for a bit of fun. Just got back from a 5-mile walk. Whew, that makes 30 miles in a week. And I'm 64 years old. I mean, I couldn't do that when I was 30. Thank goodness for my magic mile solution, right? And then an option. Maybe you could add a selfie there of you finishing your walk. What that does, it doesn't mention the product by name. We're just saying my magic mile solution. So you're creating curiosity and you're getting people to reach out saying, wait, what is that, Peter? What is that? And that leads to you having a conversation, right? Here's another simple post. No one told me that blank was going to be so bad, hard, draining, whatever it is. I mean, no one told me that starting a new relationship was going to be so emotionally draining. Or no one told me that starting a new business was going to be so hard, or whatever it is. So no one told me that blank was going to be so whatever, okay? Well, here's another one. Dang. One more crow's foot under my left eye. Don't give me this nonsense, they're laugh lines. Maybe they are, but I don't see the joke. They just look like wrinkles to me. It's time for me to start using these products I got for anti-aging. Now, I wish I'd started sooner. Don't look too close, right? Option there, again, take a selfie hiding your face behind your hands or something, right? So that's another way of creating a post and getting people to think, wow, what are these products that you're using, all right? But these are very simple ones, and these are text-based ones. I want you to realize that if you can mix text and images together, it's a much more powerful way to do it. So, as I promised, 2 simple Google searches. First one, tips for dealing with whatever the problem is that you solve, right? Tips for dealing with anxiety, tips for dealing with whatever, okay? And the problem, humor. Depression, humor. Diet, humor. Weight loss, humor. Let me show you. Here's a Google search, tips for dealing with the problem you solve. And this was tips for dealing with aging. Now, when you use Google, and I know everybody knows this, but I want to make sure it's there. When you first do the Google search, you'll see right on the first page for most of these things, a summary, right? These are 8 tips for dealing with aging parents who won't listen, for example. And all you got to do is take those words down and simply just edit them a fraction. You've got yourself a post. So content is easy to create, right? Tips for dealing with whatever the problem you solve. So that's one thing. Another Google way of searching, of course, is this. You will find 5 tips for managing emotional wellness. This is tips for dealing with emotional wellness, right? 5 tips for managing with that. How to improve emotional wellness. 10 tips for improving emotional wellness. And all you do is just grab 3 or 4 of those things, or 1 or 2 of them, and create a post out of them in your own words. Very, very simple. Please don't tell me you can't come up with content for your posts, right? And content that gets people's attention, because these are looking at problems that you want to solve, right? And they are problems that your ideal client has. Here's another one. I did a Google search for how to deal with anxiety at work. And this is what I got. I just simply screen captured it, right? Notice your disturbing thoughts. I won't go through details, right? But it was there. So tips for dealing with how to deal with anxiety at work. And that's what I got. Here's another one. Tips for dealing with avoiding back pain, right? And there I got them. Bang. And all you need to do, you can't take the meme and use it, right? Because that's copyright. But you can take the words off the meme. And I'll talk about that a little later on too. You can take the words off the meme because you can't copyright the words, right? And they're yours, and you can use them easily to create a little post for yourself, or a range of posts, or a Facebook Live, or a LinkedIn Live, whatever you want. Here's another search I did, but this was coping with anxiety, not at work, but just as individuals, right? Tips for dealing with anxiety, not at work, but anxiety in general. And there they are. Focus on what you can change, stop and breathe, right? And they are little clues you can come up with to create a simple post. Make sense? Here's another one. Google search tips for dealing with. This was lack of confidence. But what I'm talking about here is at the bottom of page 1, when you do the tips for dealing with lack of confidence, for example, the problem you're solving, you'll find a thing called related searches. Now, they are normally books, right? I'm not asking you to read the books, but by all means you can. But look at the title of the books, because that'll give you clues also as to what some post topics you can come up with or words you can use in a social media post. Sorry about that. Okay. So related searches. Now, the second one is problem and humor, right? You don't have to be a jokester, and some topics you can't use humor on. I accept and appreciate that. But the idea is to use humor to break down some emotional baggage, if it's possible, in your target audience. And when people engage, it then enables you to make a connection with them because it's based on a bit of fun, even though it could be a serious topic. Then in Messenger, you share why it was so funny to you. It was funny to you because of your experience, your story, right? That helps you position yourself, starting with humor, on a topic that is very perturbing to people, okay? And how you went through that and why you found this bit of humor funny because it reminded you of a situation in your experiences when this happened to you, blah, 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 right? I'll give you some examples that make more sense. For example, Google search, problem humor. Select the images tab. Do the Google search, problem, put the problem and humor. So let's say you put back pain, humor, anxiety, humor, depression, humor, confidence, humor, lack of confidence, humor, okay? Do that and then select the images tab. Now you can't use the memes that come up on the images tab because there's copyright issues there. But you can create your own image memes or just use the words or slightly change them because you can't copyright the words, as I said to you before, right? And I'm going to give you lots of examples in a minute. Then at the top of your post, you can say, anyone else relate? And then use the humorous words or the meme you created to talk about the problem in a funny way. Now, when I did a search for, as you can see there, Google weight loss humor, this is what I got, right? I did the weight loss humor, then went to images, and I got these. I wish I could lose weight as easy as I lose my keys, pen, cell phone, my temper, and even my mind, right? You can use these things to make up your own posts, right? They're fun on a serious topic. Here's another one on aging. Oh my God, I'm rich. Silver in the hair, gold in the tooth, crystals in the kidney, sugar in the blood, lead in the butt, iron in the arteries, and an inexhaustible supply of natural gas. I never thought I could have so much wealth, right? It's funny on a serious topic. Can you see what I'm getting at? And you can use that and things like that in your posts. Here's another one. And no one's saying anxiety is a funny thing, but it's trying to get it from looking at it from a different point of view. Phew, that was close. Almost had to socialize. Serious topic, right? Serious topic. That is one of the greatest challenges people have who have anxiety, having to socialize. Here's another one on fears in general. Not looking in a bathroom mirror late at night because there may be someone else behind your back. That's a fear, right? Here's another one on fears. At times I'm grateful that thoughts don't appear in bubbles over our heads, right? This is a really important one when it comes to confidence and fears. Okay, think about that. If what you were thinking could be seen by other people, you die of embarrassment, you die of whatever it is, right? Here's a healthy eating humor one. Okay, healthy food. I'm sorry, but I need all the preservatives I can get my hands on, right? Well, this one, another one on healthy food, because there's so many people looking at healthy food and diets and things from different directions. Life expectancy would grow by leaps and bounds if green vegetables smelled as good as bacon. Okay? Fun, but a serious thing. Here's a diet one. Losing weight doesn't seem to be working, so I'm going to concentrate on getting taller, right? Bit of fun, but diet. Medicine's humour. Just once I would like to read a medication label that says, may cause permanent weight loss, remove wrinkles, and increase in energy. Or here's one on relationships. A relationship without trust is like a car without gas. You can stay in it all you want, but it won't go anywhere, right? Or insomnia, humour. And there's nothing very funny about insomnia, but you're trying to get to break down some emotional hang-ups people have got by looking at it from a different point of view. You're not trying to say that these things are funny. They are serious, but you're trying to address them in a funny way to get people's attention. Do you know that awesome feeling when you get into bed, fall right to sleep, stay asleep all night, and wake up feeling refreshed? Me neither, right? Or memory, a memory one. I came, I saw, I forgot what I was doing, retraced my steps, got lost on the way back, now I've got no idea what's going on, and I'm busting for a pee. Funny, but it's on a serious topic of humor, right? Here's an example of a Google search about anxiety humor. This was one I saw just 2 days ago. You know, anxiety has become my best friend. Thank God I've got ways of dealing with it. I talk to my anxieties. It's like my best friend. We go everywhere together, like we've been doing for the last 28 years. I'm so grateful I have ways to always stay in control, right? This prompts people to ask, how do you stay in control? Think about that. You can take those words and use them yourself and change. It may not be anxiety, it could be something else. But I'm just trying to give you ideas to play with when it comes to social media posts and Facebook posts in particular. Your audience has to have a problem. I told you this before. No problem, then you can't create a post. But if you're going to create posts that aren't addressing problems, you can have happy Monday posts and whatever it is posts. But they're great, but they're never going to earn you any money. That's the point of it, okay? You need to know the problem, you need to know your ideal audience, and you need to be able to create posts that solve the problem for that ideal audience, and do that on a regular basis in both a serious and a funny and in a way that creates curiosity and gets their attention. That's the whole message I've been trying to give you. You've got to make it a problem that you've experienced. If you've not experienced this problem, you can't speak with it with any authenticity or any feelings, because that's what people are looking for, right, on social media. Feelings, experiences you've had. They can see that you understand and feel the way they are feeling about whatever their problem is. Don't try to sell. This only attracts crickets and no's. So don't try and sell. Post about how to fix a specific problem. That's all you need to do, right? Not sell your stuff. That's done off Facebook, off social media. But if you post about how to fix a specific problem and you don't give them all the solutions, I can tell you that's going to attract people to you like flies to a honeypot. I think, how did you do that? What did you do? How did you solve that problem? And if that happens, there's a much better chance of them saying yes to you for your potential solution when you get to the point of earning the right to share it with them, all right? Because they've come to you. So make sure you nail the problem. Very important. For example, the term confidence. If people have a lack of confidence, then find out why and what the problem is that's causing these feelings of lack of confidence. Right? Don't confuse feelings with problems. The problems are a lack of confidence. What are the feelings that go with it? Inadequacy, frustration, all these things, right? So you need to know exactly what the problem is and also the feelings that go with it, but you are solving the problem, and in doing so you are eradicating the feelings that go with it. I hope that makes sense. Now, let me finish by saying this. Do you believe in you? Right? I'm hoping that answer is yes. Because if you believe you were destined to be of service to somebody, please know that they were destined to be served by you. I hope you had some value from this presentation, and I look forward to sharing some more ideas with you in the near future. Best wishes from Thailand. Take care. Bye for now.